Hi, greetings to all of you. Today we are going to see about 25 interesting facts about Japan. This video will also cover how Japan is different from other countries. First one, there are more seniors than kids. A pretty sad fact about Japan because it's actually a big problem and there is lack of childbirth. The people don't have time or money to have a family in today's Japanese society, and this has led to the situation where there are more seniors than children. And did you know that they actually sell more adult diapers than kids' diapers? I don't know about you, but to me, that's one of the more bizarre facts about Japan. The Japanese islands of Okinawa have one of the world's longest lifespans, and currently the oldest humans in the world are two Japanese people at 117 and 116 years old. Second, has one of the world's lowest crime rates. Japan is one of the safest countries in the world, so if you worry about crime, you should probably look into moving here. The most common crimes here includes stealing a bicycle or umbrellas left out outside the convenience store. At the metro and trains, you can see locals who take a nap while having their phone in their hand or clearly visible. It is also not uncommon to see people walking around with their backpacks and bags open. Another thing, people don't even lock their homes at all their time or their bicycles. That's how safe it is in Japan. Third, most vending machines in the world. One of the things you will notice when traveling to Japan is the huge amount of vending machines. They are literally everywhere, around every corner, and it's almost like they are part of the modern Japanese culture, but also a good and convenient way for the companies to sell beverages and make money without paying staff. In the big cities, you can find both hot and cold coffee in the vending machines, along with various other types of drinks, including water on a bottle. A lot of restaurants have started to implement vending machines as well to let people order food. There are also plenty of vending machines selling snacks and food directly in the cities. 4. Japan consists of 6,852 islands, 6,852 islands. You might know that Japan is the island nation, but do you know that there are more than 6,800 islands in Japan? The fourth biggest islands are the four biggest islands are Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku, which together makes up about 97% of the total land area. And don't forget about the paradise island of Okinawa with its beautiful beaches and tropical climate. To clean is a part of the education in many schools. Fifth one, law and order is a big thing in Japan, and I am not talking about the TV series, and it's important to learn this already as a child. That's why a lot of Japanese schools are making their students clean toilets, classrooms, and the school area. This also saves money because the schools won't need as many cleaners. Imagine if this was the case in your country. I can only speak for Swedish schools, but it would be an outcry to say the least. That's why I think this is one of the most interesting facts about Japan. 7. More than 1,500 earthquakes a year. The number will vary from year to year, but in general, there will be more than 1,500 earthquakes in Japan. Luckily, most of them are smaller shakes, but each year there are bigger earthquakes as well that reaches more than 8 on a richter scale. To take a power nap at work gets more and more common. Japanese people are working more than any other country in the world and working days are long. Since a couple of years back, some employers are letting their employees taking a power nap at work to recharge and get more energy. It's pretty interesting that And overall, I would say that power naps are very common in Japan, and you will constantly see people taking power naps at trains. 9. Fruit is one of the best gifts. Although fruits in general is getting cheaper to buy in Japan, the tradition from the past lives on. Back in the days, it was really expensive to buy fruits because only a handful of fruits grow naturally in Japan. It's still expensive compared to many other countries, and it's still regarded as a great gift when meeting someone special. More than 3,000 McDonald's restaurants is the 10th one. Only the USA has more McDonald's restaurants in the world than Japan. Despite that, it's very rare to see obese people when walking around the cities. To slurp up the noodles is considered polite. If you go to a noodle restaurant in Japan, which would you should don't be afraid to slurp up the noodles. On the contrary, this is considered polite. According to Japanese customary, it's polite to slurp up the noodles since it shows the cook that you appreciate the food and at the same time it enhances the flavors. 12. Many Japanese eat ready-made breakfast or dinner from a supermarket. Family Mart 7-Eleven and Lawson are the big chains running convenience stores in Japan. All of them is selling ready-made foods that can be heated in the store. You can also buy noodles and prepare them with hot water in the store or buy ready-made sushi rolls, sandwiches and other kinds of meals. To eat breakfast or lunch or dinner at a supermarket isn't considered weird. Fact is that most people don't have time to cook a full meal at home before they go to work. And that's why it's so convenient to buy a hot or cold coffee in the morning along with the sandwich or onigiri. There are cafes where you can pay to cuddle. The reason that these cafes exist is because a lot of inhabitants are single and loneliness is a big problem in Japan due to much work. That is why there is demand for cuddling and intimacy. And these cafes you can come and get a hug or just lie down in someone's laps or spend time together with another human being. 14. It's forbidden to bathe in hot springs and onsen with tattoos. Tattoos are something that is considered ugly in Japan and not only in terms of look, but it's also associated with gangs and crime. If you were to enter an onsen with tattoos, it would be considered very rude and the water would be considered dirty. Luckily, nowadays many places offer guests to cover their tattoos with a skin colored band aid. If you can cover them, you will be allowed to take a bath. However, not all onsen are this strict because things are slowly changing since the tourism organization of Japan is trying to make it easier for foreigners to explore the country. In Japan, you bow instead of shaking hands is the 15th one. For international guests and business persons, you will probably shake hands because Japanese people always want to be polite and welcome their guests with their own culture. But if you want to show the same politeness and cultural awareness, you should bow instead of shaking hands. According to tradition, the lower you bow, the more respect you show towards the other person. Bowing is also something you do a lot in Japan. And below you can watch how in this video. 10 quick facts about Japan. Want to know even more Japan facts? So you can also search in the nets and browsers and get a lot more updates on Japan facts. The general Japan facts could be like such as population, land area, biggest lake, highest mountain, and other common facts might be interesting to know as well. So I hope this video would be more informative to you. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for your time.